Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Miss Lee. Today I have a treat. It's a special guest. We're doing a collab together and we're gonna be bringing you some Thanksgiving recipes for your starch-based diet. So I'm gonna let her tell you all the information and I'll be back.
Hello, I'm so excited to be here today, and before I get started, I want to thank Miss Lee for having me here on her channel and for hosting my video as well. My name is Stormy, and you can find me at Plant Based Storm on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And we have teamed up together to do a really fun collaboration where we're going to bring you 8 Thanksgiving recipes so that you have an arsenal to choose from for a whole food plant-based diet to take with you to your family. They're delicious, they're healthy, and you would never know that they are totally plant-based. And we're gonna be bringing one to you each week. So this is super exciting. This is fun for us as well. So I can't wait to show you. Today's recipe is going to be an appetizer, and it is spinach and artichoke dip. And I'm telling you, if you don't let people know that this is a plant-based recipe, then they would never guess, because it's really that good.
After this video, go over to her channel to check out my recipe.
Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so the first thing that I want to note is that I'm using a 1/4 cup of cashews. Now this is optional, it just adds a little bit of richness to the dish, but I have made it without it and it turns out equally as well. And then the next thing that we're gonna do is I've got a large mushroom cap, and this is also optional. We just really love mushrooms. Cut up the shallots and mushrooms and get that sauteing in the skillet so that it'll get nice and tender and ready to mix in with our dish. So if you don't want the mushrooms in here, that's totally fine. I would probably just like double the spinach and maybe add a couple more artichokes. This is gonna cook dry until the water starts to come out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on the skillet, medium high, and let this start cooking. Let's go ahead and get these in the skillet. Okay, so while this is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the other stuff ready. Just give this a good stir. Just let this saute until they're good and tender. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the base ready, and we're gonna add in 1.5 cups of plant milk. You can use whatever kind you want to. This is just what I have here. So 12 ounces. Everything else is just gonna get added right into this blender for the most part. I'm gonna drain these and then add it in here. Again, this is just a 1/4 cup of cashews. Add that right in. A small lemon, and I'm gonna use the entire lemon, or the juice of the entire lemon. Squeeze that right in there. 2 cloves of garlic. Throw that in there. I also like to add in a little splash of my favorite vinegar. This is champagne, white champagne vinegar. You can do whatever you choose to do. That's just the one that I like. And then 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. 1 tablespoon of garlic, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of garlic powder, and you can adjust these seasonings to your taste, of course. And then this is like something that you cannot skip. It will not turn out the same. It's the magic ingredient. It is tapioca flour, and I'm just gonna put 3 tablespoons in here, and this is what's gonna give it its cheesy, gooey texture. So this is super important. Cannot make it without this. Or you can, but it will not be the same. Now I'm just gonna blend this all up, and then we're gonna get it on the stove. Go ahead and transfer the mushroom and onion, or the mushroom and shallot rather, into the skillet, the dish that's gonna be going into the oven. All right. I'm just gonna leave the little tidbits and stuff in the skillet because it's all gonna be mixed in anyway. Set this aside, and I'm bringing the eye to a medium-high heat, and I'm gonna just take the whole mixture that we just blended up and pour it into the skillet. And this part is really important. You cannot walk away from this or it will burn on you really easily. And you're just gonna stir this, and it's probably gonna take about 3 to 5 minutes of cooking to get it to the right consistency. And all of a sudden you're just gonna see the texture change, and the dark is just from the mushroom tidbits that was left in there. Yummy, gooey, cheesy. All right, so now we're gonna get this mixed into our dish. Okay, so now it's time to go ahead and get this mixed in here. And I'm just gonna put this right into the baking dish. I'm adding in, this is like about 3 cups of chopped spinach. Now this isn't the kind that is in the block because I prefer not to have to drain, and I haven't had to drain this so far. So I saved this to show you what I was talking about. It's just the cut spinach in the bag instead of the frozen blocks that you have to squeeze all the liquid out of. I much prefer to do this. Then that whole bag of Trader Joe's artichoke hearts. And the reason I'm using the frozen ones, and they're thawed and chopped up already, which I'm fixing to add, but I just wanted to show you this bag, is because the sodium is super low. It's only 20 milligrams compared to what it is in most cans. But if you don't have access to this, just get a 14-ounce can or whatever. I think it's that's the size that they come in, and rinse them really good to get the sodium off if you're trying to watch your sodium. And that should work as well. So add this in. So the artichokes added in, and the next thing is I'm going to drain and chop up some water chestnuts because I love the crunch. This isn't a must-have, but it's something that we really like in here as well. Okay, so this is an 8-ounce can of water chestnuts, and I just chopped it up and add it straight to that. Fold everything in before it goes into the oven. Okay, y'all, so the next thing I'm gonna do is put this in a 350-degree oven. I'm going to bake it for 30 minutes, then I'm gonna turn it on broil so that it gets nice and creamy, like nice and brown, and stays yummy and creamy underneath. Okay, so it has been in here cooking for 30 minutes, and now I'm just gonna set this to broil and let the top get nice and brown. You can see how yummy and bubbly, look how it's bubbling in there. Just like a regular spinach and artichoke dip. Right, so this ended up broiling in the oven for 4.5 minutes, and now it's time to take it out. Okay, so it's done, and it is now time for the taste test. Let me tell you about the little setup. I just did some fresh red bell pepper and orange bell pepper and some radish, and then just decorated it and made a cute little turkey to add to the table. And then these are just wassa crackers, but you can serve it with whatever you want to. This is basically just wheat and water, and then you can even serve it with a bread if you would like to, but this is what I'm doing today. So now it's time to taste it. Put a couple crackers and some red and orange bell pepper. Now I do cut these a little bit wider because I like for them enough for you to pick it up and dip with. But look how delicious this is. It is so creamy. Oh, I can't wait. The textures are there, the flavors are there, it's hot, it's creamy. This will be sure to please your guests, whether they're plant-based or not. I hope you give this a try because it is a super delicious recipe. And thank you so much for watching.
I hope you enjoyed my special guest. Make sure you're subscribed to both of our channels and make sure you have the bell notification on. Every week, we're gonna have different recipes. The following weeks will be main courses, side dishes, and desserts. So you will not want to miss that.
Don't forget, go to her channel to check out this recipe.
Also, we are on Instagram. She is at Plant Based Storm, and I am at Live Healthy on a Budget. So if you'd like, please follow us there. Like this video, share it with your friends, and have a great day.